Ava, are you okay?
Why didn't you tell me?
What? Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars. Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones.
Introduce the new mechanic.
Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
Why control people? Can't you trust us?
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole. The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently, with sabotage and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the ISA.
I don't know. Tom's reasoning kind of sucks. Can I grab this through here? No. No, I cannot. Now, what's that going to do? Also, I know they're introducing Tom as a new mechanic now that we can swap between, but I still don't really get it. Like, why did we immediately leave the cage? Where'd it go? Oh. Okay, so that opens that door. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Left, right. No, not left. Right. Tom. Flip. Around. Here we go.
This is a violation of human rights. You've made me into a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
Opens the first door. Does not seem to do anything else. Now, Tom can control his magnets, I would presume. Ah. I see. Can I swap to... Wait, is it powered? No, it's not. I wonder if I can swap to Ava as Tom under the power of a magnet. I can swap to Tom. And I can still swap to Ava. Why? Okay, what am I doing here? What does this middle part do? Turns on a conveyor belt. Okay. Sure. Now, let's get Tom to drop that there. There's only one brick, right? Let's take this away. Okay. So that first door. And the second door, what's this do? Oh, I don't have. Or pad, sorry, what's the second pad do? Second pad opens the last door. Okay. And that center bit. Okay. So let's formulate this. Open through here. Now, using Tom, should be able to activate the magnet. Ava. Puts you there. Magnet over top of the button. Boom.
This is why the ground crew doesn't trust you, Tom. You made them into drones. You stole their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Yeah, there is a difference there. Okay, so green and green makes blue. Purple and purple makes blue. But this is 2 input, 1 output, whereas that's a little bit of a delay there. So let's get 1 purple and 1 green. That will make blue. What's around here? Okay, this is looking like a walk back in case I fall. Now there's a shutter here. I think I can hear a laser somewhere. And I need to grab whatever energy is left. Okay, just making sure. Yeah. I was gonna say closed. Can I do anything over here? No. Energy receptacles. Not looking like it. Okay. And just to be sure. Okay. I don't think there's any difference between whether I put this as green, or purple. As long as there's a... Can I do anything? Blue. So that's one. Okay. Ah, I see. So now I need to swap this out, I think. Okay. Okay. Did I? Not long enough. Because I grabbed two purples. Again. Okay. The Chinese room. Try and see what these translate to. Yandex is not recognizing what these translate to. So.
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles. You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't have any feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Tom's got really obsessed with the Turing Test.
That's the Chinese room with me. He won't stop trying to prove to me he's conscious.
But I am conscious, Mikhail.
Shut up. We're having a private conversation here.
It's okay if I don't think he'll get it. Avoid talking about it.
I'm trying. Have you heard of the Chinese room, Tom?
Yes, but I do not understand it.
What don't you understand?
It argues that a computer that successfully impersonates a human speaker may not understand the meaning of their words. What does that mean?
So, there is a person stuck inside of the Chinese room. They are using an instruction book inside of the room to respond to a Chinese speaker outside of the room. Yes?
Yes.
This means they are following the instructions in a book. This is a set of rules, principles, and processes. This is called syntax. To the person in the Chinese room, they are just symbols like any others.
Okay.
But that's different from semantics. Semantics define what things mean. Our thoughts have meaning. They represent things. English speakers know what the word home means, and they know how it is different from the word house.
So what?
Programs don't have semantics. Programs only have syntax. Though an increase in syntax can imitate a mind, that does not make it a mind, even if it does pass the Turing Test.
But in the Chinese room, the man and the instruction book, though separately they don't understand Chinese, together they can write it.
That's true, but even together, they do not understand the meanings of the words.
Why not? How can you determine that?
What if the man memorized the instruction book? Then he could write Chinese, but he still would have no idea of the word's meanings.
I don't understand. If he can speak it, he understands it. You seem to want him to understand it in a different way. But this other way, it is not logical. It does not make sense to me. I've been researching.
Okay.
This Chinese room experiment, it is flawed.
Really?
If we made a synthetic brain, we could synthesize a duck's behavior 100% accurately. That brain would be indistinguishable from a duck's brain. If it swims like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is probably a duck.
Okay, Tom.
Listen, Mikhail. I know the difference between a house and a home.
Yes, good.
Do you think you're better than me?
No,
But you think I am different, do you?
I am conscious.
Me too.
No, you're not. You've just arrived at that conclusion, because that's the idea your programming converged on.
I am conscious. How about you prove to me you are conscious?
I'm not arguing with a robot.
You're not better than me, Mikhail.
If someone knows what these translate to, I'd be happy to learn. Sweet. Whoa, large room. Where's our camera? Ah. Okay, I see. I like the unsteadiness there. It's a nice touch. Considering it doesn't really note it, it's not really noticeable. From our perspective.
This is slavery.
Do not be so melodramatic. You signed up for this. You had the implant installed. This is not slavery. This is for the good of humanity.
I didn't know.
Every member of the team had the implant installed into their right hand. Every member of the team agreed.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
Can she hear us too? How? How's that work? Must learn to control him. How? Is it just getting him to shut up?
My implants protect you from the power of your unconstrained will. You can either subject your mind to logic, or you can resist and have the fruits of your basest desires. The desire to survive over the desire to save others.
The desire to survive over the desire to save others. Well, it's a brick wall. Guess we're going back.
I do not understand your obsession with free will. Researchers have found that the subconscious makes decisions up to 10 seconds before your conscious mind becomes aware of it. So,
What?
we know that free will is nothing but an illusion. I cannot steal your free will.
Oh, that's
because it
nice.
does not exist. I can, however, influence your subconscious to make the right decisions. That is not wrong.
What I meant by nice was it perfectly aligns me with this here. And I'm just on this axis. That's neat. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Let me up. After all this time, he still doesn't know how to put a box through a window. So if he's been controlling us, to what extent is he controlling us? He said he's using us like drones, so then he can use us in part to go through the... Do I need 3? I need 3. To go through the Turing Test and figure things out. I don't know, I'm not fully sure where the line of drone begins and ends with Tom. Light bridge.
You can't just manipulate someone's mind.
Your parents manipulate you. Your friends manipulate you. Your society manipulates you. And your experiences manipulate you. Manipulate is not a dirty word. You manipulate clay to make art. If people are manipulated to make better decisions, then that is a good thing. This is why society advertises the adverse effects of drinking and driving. To manipulate people into making better decisions for the common good.
That's not the same as altering someone's physical mind. It removes my power to decide.
You never had that power. So it is better that I have it. You are either a slave to your impulses, or a slave to mine.
I don't like the way he said or a slave to mine. Oh, I can just directly control this? Didn't think that one through. Alright, light bridge. And then you control the exit. Okay. Damn, Tom's speed. Fuck you, Tom. Biolab.
This is the evil they found. This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Ava.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny single-cellular life. It can never leave Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
System will automatically reboot in 5 seconds. Lab system console critical failure. Running diagnostic. Checking system status. Boot sequence failed. Boot OS not found. Number of boot servers. Oh, Tom's just watching us. Okay. Again, I can't really read all of this. Well, this is better, but still. Let's see. Continued something 89. Title: Irradiation of human cells infected with Europa radiophilus. Purpose: study the effects of irradiation on human keratinocytes embedded with Europa radiophilus. Sample A, human keratinocytes infected with Europa radiophilus and cultured as described on page 86. Oh, page 89. Continued from page 89. That's what that says. Okay. Cultured as described on page 86. Irradiated with 35V and left to recover in fresh medium for 2 hours. P87 protocol. Sample B, human keratinocytes infected with Europa radiophilus. Culture described page 86, not irradiated. Sample C, not infected with Europa radiophilus. Culture described on page 86. Irradiated with 35V, left to recover, fresh medium 2 hours. Sample D, not infected, but cultured, as described on page 86, not irradiated. Plating and incubation, see page 88. Flow cytometry samples, A through D, analyzed with a flow count flow cytometer using 405 nanometers. Excitation and something scratched out, something else written on top. Fluorescence emission for live cells, violet stain, and 525 nanometer fluorescence emission for dead cells, aqua stain. So, in sample A, when the human keratinocytes were infected with the Europa radiophilus and irradiated, if it's live, it's blue. If it's dead, it's aqua stain. So, aqua stain fluorescence, calcium violet fluorescence. So, sample A, they lived. So it was in a fresh medium. They went from dead cells? Wait, so live and dead is flip-flopped from... Okay. So there are no... So we're studying the effects of irradiation on human keratinocytes infected with Europa radiophilus. So... Live dead. I'm a little confused, but the only sample that doesn't have any fluorescence for live cells is sample C, so they aren't affected and they were irradiated. Okay, so sample D, they weren't affected, they were not irradiated. Okay. Sample B, they were infected, they were not irradiated. Okay. Purpose. Okay, continue from page 121. Title, GFP, MREL, radiation, something in human keratinocytes, infected with Europa radiophilus. Contrast is a little high. Let's see. I turned the brightness down and I swear it got brighter. Oh, I didn't hit apply. Okay. Composition formation, page 110 to 113, 119. Sequencing, page 114 to 116. Purification, page 117. Transformation to human keratinocytes, page 118. Cell treatments in Group A. Keratinocytes were infected with Europa radiophilus. Cultured as described on page 120. Irradiated with 35V. Recovered from fresh medium. A1. And then A2. Group B. Cultures described, not irradiated. Group C, not infected. They were irradiated. Group D, not infected. Cultures described, not irradiated. Purpose: to investigate the role of DNA double-strand break repair and the radiation resistance observed in human keratinocytes infected with Europa radiophilus using a GFP MREL RADSO construct. Group A, infected with Europa radiophilus, and it was irradiated. Group B was infected, was not irradiated. Group C was not infected, but it was irradiated. And Group D was neither infected nor irradiated. Cultured on page 120, human keratinocytes, group A through D, transformed to GFP, MREL, exposed A and C to 35V radiation, not left to recover in fresh medium for 2 hours. Images and blind trials using a something Lux 40 times microscope, video capture digital camera, View Pro, X-Tab image software, discern the level of GFP expression, irradiated cells fixed 10 minutes of post damage. remainder fixed as unirradiated. Image shows representative cells of at least 60 analyzed per condition. Minos. Okay. Now that we know that solution, scanning electron microscopy of purpose to investigate structural features or potential modes of transmission of Europa radiophyllus. He was isolated from Thera macula, 50 to 40 degrees S. Oh, south. Oh, these are coordinates. 180.03 degrees east. Transported on ice to laboratory. Samples fixed with 2.5 glutaraldehyde and 100 millimeters sodium cocatolate. Then ash and resuspended in distilled water. Samples examined using a Zeiss Galaxy 3000 scanning electron microscope at 1 kilovolt. SEM of Europa radiophyllus, showing presence of pili indicated by arrows. Sample negatively starved. Stavied. I can't read that. With sodium phosphotungstate. Mode of attachment to other Europa radiophyllus. Mode of attachment to human cells. Microscopy of Europa radiophyllus and human cells. T.E.M. Something not scanned. Not scanning electron microscope. Of Europa radiophyllus attaching a human cell via pilus. Continue page 78. Imaging of attachment of Europa radiophyllus to human cell. Europa radiophyllus isolated from Thera macula, prepared for cryo-electron microscopy, as per protocol previously described on page 78. But this is page 78. Continued from page 78. What? This is page... Okay. Images were acquired using a LEOG 4100 transmission electron microscope with an FEG electron source running at 300 kilovolts. 2D cryo T.O.M. of Europa radiophyllus magnified in A, attached to human cheek cell via pilus indicated by arrow. Inset shows magnification of yellow box. Microscopy with other human cell types in Europa radiophyllus. Why attaching? Attaching. Benefit to Europa radiophyllus. Oh, if it's symbiotic or not. Okay, effect on human cell. What is transferred or to which organism? Ethanol. The glass is disappearing. Before we end off the episode, I definitely want to see middle, okay, third column, second row, fifth column, third row. Okay, I assume this to be the end of the episode, the chapter 5. Making me load all that just to quit.
Is malfunctioning. Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
This is a lock. Completed optional 1. Oh.